Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel. Thank you so very much for joining me today. I truly appreciate your time. I hope you enjoy this video. This is going to be my fall living room and sitting room tour of my plants and just some of the things that I did with my plants for the fall time. My spring tour is very, very different from my fall tour because my spring tour I like open and airy. I will link that video below if you'd like to see that video. But I like a very open, airy space in the springtime. But for the fall, I like the complete opposite. I like cozy, I like reading nooks, I like just areas just to sit down and just to do activities inside as you enjoy the outside weather, whether it's raining, snowing, leaves falling, whatever it is. And so that's the way I have my space designed to enjoy things. So I hope you enjoy this video and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye guys. Okay, so starting off, we have a Sansevieria on this coffee table, and this Sansevieria is a challenge plant for me. I know Sansevierias are the plants that people get when they're not good with plants, but for me, that is a challenge plant. I am an overwaterer, and that plant does not appreciate my overwatering at all. It used to be much wider. It almost filled the pot that it was in. But she's still alive. So far, she's holding on, and I'm happy about that. Next, going over here, I want to show you guys my favorite look in my living space. This area, this look makes me so happy. I love this so much because I love that the backyard is a part of this. It's a part of this view. The tree in the backyard is a big part of this view. With this tree back here, if I put plants up here in the window, it makes it look like it's very crowded. And I couldn't understand why for a while. But then when I look at it, I realize that tree back there is a part of this living space. And so leaving it bare for now is the way I'm going to do things. I love this so much. I can almost feel the breeze of that wind blowing in here. I love that. To the left, to the far left, we have a Brail, and that Brail has very, very low variegation because it always grows in a darker corner. But because it's doing so well and it's adjusted to being in a darker corner, I want to leave it in a dark corner so that I can always have a plant to add to a dark corner that will not need any adjustment time. It still has a little bit of variegation. It is doubled, actually tripled up. It is roped around the hook that it's on 3 times because it's so long and beautiful. So if I want a long trailing plant, I have it. If I want a short plant, I just double it up. And so it works out well. So I want to keep it adjusted to exactly where it is. Next, we have this beautiful ZZ plant. This ZZ plant was given to my sons by my mother-in-law, and I have been doing a very, very, well, I won't say a good job. I have been trying very hard to keep this alive. How about that? This plant is another challenging one. I know that this is an easy care plant, but if you overwater it, the big, huge, what are they? They're not corms, they are bulbs. In the soil, they rot away, but you don't know that they're gone until the plant is just beyond repair. So that's a challenge plant for me. And then underneath it, I have a beautiful whale fin plant, and that has 2 leaves in it now instead of 1. I shared that one with you guys once before. And then the beauty in this corner is this almost 30, well no, a little over 30-year-old Celoem, philodendron Celoem. This is a plant that was shared with me. The woman did not want to repot it. She said she already has 5 plants from this mom plant, and she just didn't have the energy to repot it, and so she wanted someone to take it and take care of it. And of course, I said yes. This plant is one that I love in its mature state so much. It is such a beautiful plant, and I do feel so privileged to have received such a beautiful, beautiful gift. I love this plant. When it was with its original owner, it lived on a sun porch, so it is a little bit bleached out, but the plant is not, it's not sad about anything, clearly. The roots at the base of the plant are so strong at the top of that plant. I've never seen one this mature in person. I believe there is one in the hospital near where I live, but they trim it back so often that you don't get to see the beauty of the base of the plant. Look at that. She also has some oxalis planted in the base. And every once in a while I find another little plant, like there was a little Traskantia and all kinds of things. Okay, next to this big beauty and above a basket full of pet toys, I have my really big bird of paradise. Guys, look how pretty she is. In my spring home tour, this plant had the longest leaf on this plant was just poking out. But now she has a leaf, and she also gave me another leaf. The one right below that one is the latest leaf, but the stem is not as long. The leaf is bigger, but the stem is not as long. She's beautiful. And then behind her, I have just one purple heart Traskantia that is in full bloom, and she has been in full bloom for the last 2 months. It's amazing. I love that plant. And she's actually sitting in water. I took her out of Eden and I put her over there in some water. Next I have just one pothos. This is a Mandula pothos, and she is all by herself because my kittens were getting a little too curious about the long vines of plants that were in my window, and so I had to move them. And so now she sits there by herself, and I think I'm okay with it. Since this bird of paradise is so big right next to her, I think I'm okay with this just being a nice small plant in this window. Okay, then over here I have one of the Monstera Deliciosa that was in Eden. This was a top cut from last year that grew out all of these leaves, and she is going to hopefully take over this corner at some point. I wouldn't mind that at all. Then below her I have a money tree. This was a money tree that I purchased in Aldi, and she was not doing well for me at all. And she actually died back at one point, and then she came back. I cut the top of her stems off because she was just extremely leggy. And when I did that, I just took the top portion, stuck it into some rocks and water, and she grew really, really good roots. So now she has a pot of beautiful roots, and I'm so happy about that. Lastly, I have this beautiful little propagation of an exotica, a Synapsis Exotica. Let me just go and bring it a little closer. This Synapsis Exotica is so cute. She has green water, but the green water doesn't bother them. But I am planning on using this as a little gift when I go to someone's home for dinner. I'll just clean up the water, maybe put a few stones in the base so it looks a little bit cuter, and I will share this as a gift. I like to offer gifts of plants when I go to someone's home, but I do find that if you put the plant in water, even if the person isn't good with plants, all they have to do is remember to put water into the vase whenever they see that it's dry, and then they'll be good. And exoticas are extremely forgiving, so this would be a really good one for them. Very low maintenance. This candle burning is my little pumpkin table. My little pumpkin table. This is where I used to keep my air plants, but my kittens kept getting at them, and I did not want them to tear up my air plants, and so I had to move them. And I do miss having my air plants on this table. The last time I went to water them, I came straight in here. I forgot that I had to move them. Oh well, maybe they'll stop once they get a little older. I doubt it, but we'll see what happens with that. I love pumpkin anything, so these pumpkins, you will see them throughout my house because I just love them. I have these pumpkins. This white one right here, that one lights up if you put I don't have any batteries in it right now, but that one does light up. And then I have a pumpkin over here that my neighbor made for me. His daughter has a horse farm, and he repurposes the old horseshoes, and he made me this pumpkin. And over here next to the snake plant, I have all kinds of pumpkins. I love pumpkins. I love pumpkin drinks. I love pumpkin everything. Now, I am so excited about this beautiful area because it is so cozy. I love to sit here and read. Sometimes I sit here if I have a letter to write, or if I just need to sit and study. I will sit here, and I really do enjoy it. I love to have different places in my home that I can just sit and enjoy nature as well as whatever task I have at hand. And that's what this space does for me. I will share with you my plant cabinet that I have that's actually behind me very soon. Right now I am painting a couple of rooms in my house, and so I have some plants moved in over here, and that's why I'm not including it in this tour, the back half of this room. But I do hope you enjoyed this. I wanted to share it with you before fall is gone, because it seems like it's just coming in such a rush. It really is. I'm going to miss summertime, but I'm really enjoying the time that we have for fall. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and I hope you're enjoying your spaces filled with happy leaves. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.